a book launch with over thousands of downloads of my first book and over 80 sales of my second book. Hello writers in training, I'm Shanon, writing under the pen name SC Huston and author of Blood of a Lily and Soul of a Rose. And welcome to my channel where I show writers like you how to develop your writing skills and self-publish your work. For my marketing strategy, I did promotion stacking, which simply means I had several promotions running at one time. Also, my books are in Amazon's KDP Select program, which means I can either choose the Kindle Countdown deal or the free book promotion once every 90 days. I decided to use the free book promotion for my first book, Blood of a Lily, and this allowed me to choose any 5 days I wanted, and I used them all at once for the first 5 days of Soul of a Rose's book launch. Once I had that set, I booked my promotions. In total, I had 9 paid promotions and 7 free ones for Blood of a Lily. Experienced indie authors say that promotion should always be run on the first book in a series, even when you launch new books in the series. However, one paid promotion allowed me to add on the second book for $3. Besides these promotions, which I applied for, I also did soft marketing by posting on social media, and I sent out a newsletter on both the first and the last day of my promotions. Also at the end, I'll tell you about 2 book promotions that popped up that I never paid for and that I never even signed up for. Note, if you watched the video for my first book launch, you know I broke down the ROI, the return on investment, for each day of my promotion. I won't do that this time because I did promo stacking and because it's just hard tying any one promotion tactic to any one sale. Day 1, January 3rd. For this first day, I booked 2 paid promotions. First was the Fussy Librarian. This is a promotion that I used with my first book, and while I didn't think I had great results, I wanted to try it again because it comes highly recommended. I also didn't have my book promoted in the right category before, and the promotion ran on Sunday, which I feel is not a good day of the week to run a promotion. To submit a free ebook under the genre of young adult, which sends my novel in a newsletter to a list size of 331,350, it costs $30. However, I used a $10 off coupon and only paid $20. I want to note that the website now has the same genre listed for $22. And I wonder if the price dropped not just for my genre, but for all genres now that the holiday season has passed. Next, I booked BK Nights, a company on Fiverr. This is another one I had used previously and wanted to try again. I paid for a 1-day promotion for a website placement of my free book to 800 plus active readers, plus the add-on for email marketing to their newsletter, and it cost me $12.55. Besides these 2 paid promotions, I also had 4 free promotions. The first one I did back at the beginning of December, and that was Book Angel. With a free or discounted promotion coming up, you can submit your title for a listing on their site. I had already done that for Blood of the Lily before Soul of a Rose was on Amazon. I meant to come back to do Soul of a Rose, but didn't remember until the last day of promotions. Once you fill out the form on the website, in about 15 minutes, you should see your title pop up on the appropriate genre page. The second is Indies Unlimited. This is a unique site that acts as a blog that allows authors to leave weekly comments in the form of book promotions. On the Thrifty Thursday page, where you can promote your free or 99-cent book, I submitted both books the week before the promotion started. After filling out the comment section with their prescribed information, your book listing has to be moderated. I've done this a few times now, and it can take anywhere from 15 minutes to 3 hours before it's approved. Third is freebooktips.com. The same day I submitted my book, I received an email that approved the promotion. My book showed up on their website for my entire promotion period. What surprised me is that even to this day, the day after my promotions ended, as of the research and writing for this script, they still have my book listed on their site, but advertising as free in Kindle. The fourth and final free promotion was Reading Deals. The website has a paid version too, but I chose to submit my book for free. The website says it's not guaranteed. I didn't hear anything back until this first day of my promotion. I received an email saying that it was approved for January 3rd and would go out in their daily newsletter with 34,000 readers. My book was also featured on their site. I spent a total of $32.55 this day. But how did my books do? Well, I first woke up at 5 a.m. and I checked my sales dashboard. I already had over 100 ebook downloads of my first book and 1 ebook sale of my second book. And this was before any of my paid promotions started. Some of this may have come from the couple of free promotions already running, like Book Angel, Indies Unlimited, and freebooktips.com. But I feel that the majority of those first downloads may have come from Amazon itself, as they promote their KDP Select books when authors do their promotions. Then all my other promotions kicked in throughout the day, like Reading Deals, which started at 8:30 a.m., The Fussy Librarian, which started at 9:34 a.m., and BK Nights, which started at 10:29 a.m. And my numbers just started climbing from there. By the end of the day, I had 864 ebook downloads of Blood of the Lily and 14 ebook sales of Soul of a Rose. I also had 2 paperback sales of Soul of a Rose and 2 KENP reads for Blood of the Lily. By the way, I'm using a combination of my KDP dashboard and the KDP reports for all of my numbers. Of course, Blood of the Lily was free during the launch, so I didn't make money from those books. But I made money off the sales for Soul of a Rose and any Kindle pages read, as well as my paperbacks. My total earnings for this day came to $10.93. At this point, I was hoping this wouldn't be the best day of my promotional period. However, as most of my promotions ran this day, I thought it might be, but I was wrong. Day 2, January 4th. Besides the promotions that ran all through the launch, which are all the free ones that started the day before, I ran 2 paid promotions and 2 more free promotions. The first paid promotion was Free Booksy. Now for my last launch, I used Bargain Booksy, which is part of the same company. But since my book was free this time, I had to go through their free promotion page, which is so much more expensive. However, everyone recommends this company, so I booked the plan where the site promoted my book with a listing on their website under my genre of young adult. And my book was sent out in a newsletter to 151,000 subscribers. The cost for this was $75. The second paid promotion was Best Book Monkey. I've used Best Book Monkey before with my first book launch and really appreciated the hustle from this company. Shortly after my first promotion, I received an email with a Black Friday deal that offered 3 gold packages for the price of 1. At that time, my genre cost $20, so when I booked the first one for this day, the cost was roughly $6.67. I want to note that the website now has my genre listed for $18, another drop in price, probably because the holiday season has passed. This promotion gave me a feature at the top of my genre page and shares on social media for my promo day, as well as 3 weeks of active website promotion. Last, they sent my book out in their Best Book Deals newsletter. The first free promotion I booked was through Awesome Gang. Previously, I used this promotion for my first launch, but I mentioned in one of my videos, which I'll link at the top right of the screen, that of all of the promotions ran during that launch, this is one I would never consider doing again, except for their free option. So I signed up for their free option. I filled out their application with no indication if my book was accepted. However, on the day I applied for, I received an email that stated my book was now listed on their site. I had signed up for their newsletter, as you should for every promotion that has a newsletter, but I did not get a listing in their newsletter for the free option. The second free promotion I booked was through OHFB, 100 free books. I filled out the application on the website, but there was no indication that I submitted anything. I also never received a notification of my book being accepted. However, on the day I requested, I hopped onto the OHFB website and found my book listed. In total, I spent $81.67 on promotions, but how were my book numbers and my total earnings? By the end of the day, I had 957 ebook downloads of Blood of the Lily and 13 ebook sales of Soul of a Rose. I also had 5 Kindle page reads for Blood of the Lily and 3 Kindle page reads for Soul of a Rose. My total earnings for this day came to $4.57. Day 3, January 5th. I ran 2 paid promotions and 1 free promotion on the 3rd day. The 2 paid promotions are not ones I had tried before. The first one is Robin Reads, which is recommended by many established authors, but it books out weeks in advance, and it can be hard to be accepted. It even states on their website that they only accept 10% of submissions, so I was really happy to be approved 8 days after I applied. Listing a free book in their newsletter in the category of science fiction and fantasy with about 62,000 readers, it cost me $65. The second paid promotion I booked was Book Raid. Now this is a totally different type of book promotion, as there's not one set stable price. Instead, they track how many clicks your book gets, either from their blog or their newsletter, and you are charged a set fee for each click with a minimum price of $1 and a maximum price of $60. For a free book listing, it costs 15 cents for each click. I had 386 clicks and was charged $57.90. The 1 free book promotion I had this day came in the form of a book release party hosted by Barrett Laurie on his YouTube channel. He was so generous to feature both myself and the new book while doing giveaways and hosting the game Ghostwriter. It was a lot of fun, and I recommend watching the video on his channel and all his other content. In total, I spent $129.90 on promotions, the most I spent of any day, but I think my book numbers and total earnings show the success of these promotions, as this was my best day of the whole week. By the end of the day, I had 1,049 ebook downloads of Blood of the Lily and 21 ebook sales of Soul of a Rose. I also had 1 paperback sale of Soul of a Rose and some Kindle page reads, 48 for Blood of the Lily and 7 for Soul of a Rose. My total earnings for this day came to $10.51. Day 4, January 6th. On the 4th day, I ran 2 paid promotions. The first one was one I had done before, which was just Kindle books. However, I booked a different type of promotion. I chose the premium Kindle book promotion for $36, $31 with a $5 off coupon, which gave my book a top spot in the Just Kindle Books newsletter and homepage for one day, a top spot on Book Sliced homepage for one day, a top spot on eReader Nation's homepage for one day, and a post on their other social channels, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, Flipboard, and others. The second paid promotion was another new one for me called eReader IQ. The reason I hadn't used this one before is because your book has to have at least 5 reviews and a high overall average. They don't clarify what exact number is a high average, but I felt I could now apply. I didn't meet the requirements before, but now I had over 5 reviews and a 4.6 average rating. This promotion featured my book in their daily deals and steals newsletter with a reach of over 47,000 readers. These readers are actually broken down by genre, but I chose the promotion for Free Book of the Day, which went out to all readers and cost $35 at the time of booking. This one is now listed for $30 instead of the $35 I paid, so it looks like they also dropped their prices after the holidays. This is also the paid promotion where I paid an additional $3 to add my second book. I really appreciated how much the company worked with me too, because I wanted to add Soul of a Rose, but with their application I had to provide the Amazon ASIN, which I didn't have at the time of the booking. So I only paid for the first book and sent a message through their system about adding the second book. They almost immediately replied that they would send an invoice for the first and second book and to provide the ASIN as soon as I had one, which proved to work out great. In total, I spent $69 on promotions. I had 650 ebook downloads of Blood of the Lily and 17 ebook sales of Soul of a Rose. I also had 11 Kindle page reads for Blood of the Lily. My total earnings for this day came to $6.01. Day 5, January 7th. On the final and 5th day, I ran only 1 paid promotion and updated 2 free promotions. Book Basket was also another new one for me, but I had to have an average rating of at least 3.5 stars with at least 10 reviews on my book, which I didn't have for the first book launch. I paid for the guaranteed freebie posts. Book Basket only does 3 freebie posts a day, which appears on their website and in their daily newsletter, and also tweeted and posted on their Facebook wall. The cost for this promotion was $8.99. The 2 free promotions that I updated included Book Angel and Indies Unlimited. With Book Angel, I finally remembered to post Soul of a Rose as a bargain book. I also redid the application of Blood of the Lily because it no longer showed up on the front page. About 20 minutes later, I rechecked the site and both books were on the first page. With Indies Unlimited, the next week became available, so I posted again on Thrifty Thursday to promote both of my books. So I didn't spend much money today with my promotions, only the $8.99, and I think that reflected in my numbers in sales. Although, I do wonder if the day of the week is an added factor. To figure out my numbers for this day, I do have to look at the reports for January 7th and the 8th because the reports are based on my time zone. However, midnight comes at different times around the world. So I still had free and 99-cent downloads the next day. So by the end of the promotion period, on my last day, I had 323 ebook downloads of Blood of the Lily and 15 ebook sales of Soul of a Rose. I also had 1 paperback sale for Blood of the Lily. My total earnings for this day came to $8.20. For these 9 paid promotions, I spent $315.11. However, there were 2 other things I did during this entire promotional period that cost money. First, I had Amazon ads running, which cost 83 cents. Second, my next payment came due to Story Origin, where I did several cross promotions with Blood of the Lily, and that came to $10. Altogether, my total marketing costs come to $325.94. Hello, Editing Shannon here. It wasn't until I was editing this video that I realized I had gone back and I left a tip on one of my bookings. On the first day of my marketing, I booked with BK Nights, and I showed you guys how much I paid for the service. What I forgot about is once the order closed out on January 14th, which was after I wrote the original script, I left a tip, with fees tacked on of course, in the amount of $7.28. This brought my total paid for BK Nights to $19.83. Altogether, my actual total marketing cost came to $333.22. Before moving on to the final results of all these paid and free promotions and my recommendations, would you mind working out that like button? If you've watched my previous video from last week, then you know I sold 83 copies of my second book with a total earnings of $36.85. With my added Blood of the Lily paperback sale and KENP reads, my cumulative earnings for this 5-day promotion comes to $40.22. But the real shocker for me was my first book. I had a total of 3,843 downloads. That's simply amazing to me. But you want to know something else that was partially amazing? I promised I'd tell you about 2 book promotions that popped up that I never paid for or signed up for. The first one happened on January 5th. A company by the name of ebookdaily.com used my contact form on my website to let me know that my book was highlighted that day on their website and in a newsletter mailed to 23,000 subscribers. I had no idea who this company was, so I checked them out. They seem comparable to other book promotion sites, except that you have to create an account with them to even see what it's like to promote with them. Some book promotion sites ask for an account to be created, but they're pretty transparent before that on how to advertise with them to include the prices. I didn't have an account with ebookdaily.com and I didn't create one. All I could wonder was, how did they find my book and why the heck would they promote it? I had a suspicion though. You see, I was in several #1 spots with both of my books and I hadn't moved since the first day my second book had launched. It would make sense that a company might capitalize off a successful book by promoting it to their reader base while making me aware of what they were doing so that I might book them in the future. My suspicion was pretty much confirmed the next day when I had a second company I never heard of tag me on Twitter, telling me my book was featured in their newsletter with a link to the newsletter. I clicked on the link and there my book was at the top under the heading of bestseller. So I said I was partially amazed by this. Who wouldn't be proud to see their book receive all that attention and free promotion? However, I was also partially upset. I was doing well for myself, and because of that, I was the last one who needed the additional promotion. I would have loved for one of these companies to have promoted my book like this during my first book launch. All I could think was there was probably someone out there who needed more help than I did in that moment. But what can I do? I certainly wasn't going to tell them to take my book down. I may have been a touch upset, but not enough to pass on a free opportunity. Now for my recommendations. Honestly, I would use all of these again, both the free and the paid promotions, with a couple notes. First, I think the strongest paid promos are the Fussy Librarian, BK Nights, Free Booksy, and Robin Reads. Again, it's hard to tie any sales directly to these, but I know when they started on their respective days, and I saw nice number increases within the hour. With that said, I think all of these promos worked best with a free promotion on the book versus a discounted book. Last, I would also use at least one more paid promotion on that last day, as I feel I could have had more downloads and sales if I had used more than just Book Bassett. In the description box below, you'll find all the links to all the sites in this video. Plus, I've linked a Google Sheet with all the free promotions I've used since my first book launch, which are still active and available. I plan on keeping this as a running document so that every time I try a free promotion that works, I'll just add it to the list. If you've used any free book promotions that worked, tell me in the comments below and I'll add to it. We'll share all of our knowledge with each other. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and happy writing.